Hello, my fellow friend, teammate, associate, whatever you want to call it. My name is Bob. I'm on this video right now trying to explain to you exactly what I go through on a day-to-day basis and the system that I'm going to create and allow any single person that chooses to duplicate using my system. Now, in order to get the updated videos, the documents, and everything else, you do have to be a part of the team. You don't necessarily have to promote the business, but it does cost $35 to join. I make $25 of that. $10 is paid to the admin for hosting the website, and whether you choose to continue paying that each month to get provided more value, more videos, and more information from me directly is your own choice. But with the purchase, you will get my step-by-step how to get 2 signups per day in document form, and you will get any videos that come out in that particular month. So we're in the month of August now while I'm shooting this video. This is going to be the first video of many that I do to create to give you a sense of how I market and create this step-by-step guide for you to use to apply to any business that you're in. It doesn't have to be the one that I'm promoting. It can be anything that you're involved in. So that's the beauty of it. It's very generic in that aspect. It's not it's not going to be generic in general and something that you normally would see, but it's generic in the fact that you can apply it to any single opportunity out there. So what I like to do, and what I'm going to do the remainder of today anyway, is categorize everybody that's on my Facebook list. Right now I'm on a Google document right here. Basically the way that you get to this is you go to Google, you're going to want to sign up for a Gmail account first. Once you have a Gmail account and you're ready to go, I know a lot of people have those already, so I don't necessarily have to explain that, but you're going to go to docs.google, and where that's going to bring you to is to a sign up page, and you can create documents on this that are hosted online. So you can use these documents from your phone, from another computer, or from the computer that you create them at. So you just go to create, and for this particular training I'm using a spreadsheet. So you'll go to the spreadsheet here. In this one I have Facebook list friends of value, basically, and I'm going to categorize every single person based on their value to me. Now I have this shifted over a couple of inches on the bottom, you can see, because I don't want to disclose the name of the person or their Facebook to give them bad judgment on me, basically. So what I'm doing here is shown interest in the opportunity that I'm in, and if they did, then I mark yes. If they didn't, then I just leave it blank. No need to mark no. You can use an indicator if you don't want to do yes, but there's no need to put no because it's obvious a no, and it's just a wasting your time, basically. The next part is join me before. Did they sign up to me? Were they in something? And I mark what it is. So this particular one, I'm not sure why I didn't mark what it is, but I'll look into that later. If they haven't joined me, again, I just leave it blank. That's my indication that they didn't join me, and I don't have to go through and put no in every single slot. To me, it doesn't matter. It's a waste of time, so I just skip that part. But in this next side, you're going to want to put yes or no, just because this isn't going to change. With the join me before, shown interest, that can change. The instant interaction, I mean, that normally is going to be the same way regardless. People normally tend to be the same kind of person each time. So instant interaction is going to be either yes or no. I don't know why this one is blank. I'm going to look into that later. But in the next category, category F, you can see their current primary. This gives me an indication when I go back to talk to them of what they're in, so I can directly assess what I want to assist them with what they're already a part of. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to dig in and ask them, oh, what are you involved in? Because they're going to be like, I already told you, or it gets repetitive. You don't want to sound like, you know, the same thing over and over again, because people stop responding to you if you don't spark an interest. So instead, I'd go to somebody and say, hey, how's DSD going? Or hey, what's going on with my cash freebies? And, you know, something of that nature that indicates that I am paying attention and I remember the conversation that we've had before. If you can build relationships off of conversations that you had in the past, even if you have to go through whatever conversation you had with them, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or on the phone, even if you record your phone calls, just listen to the phone call again, get to the general gist of what you are talking about, and then bring that up in the next conversation. It makes them feel like you're closer to them, you're remembering what's going on, and you know, they can feel a better sense of you really caring about them. So I like to do that a lot. When I go in to message someone, I'll read a few messages before I just directly message them, and then find out, you know, how things are going. Are they still in the same opportunity? These are the questions that you can find out without directly asking them and offending them and making them think, oh, now that now that so-and-so thinks that I joined a new opportunity, I must be an easy sign up or something like that. You don't want them to be in the mindset that you're going to immediately give them an opportunity based on what they got going on. But if the situation falls in hand and they want to join an opportunity and you guys are lining up and you're ready to work together, then it will happen. You don't have to force those things to happen. So this next category, I have side notes, and the side notes are basically just a little information or tidbits that I get from them when I'm talking to them, and notes maybe that I want to connect with them daily because I feel the connection is strong enough to where it could lead to a potential sign up. So I'm going to contact them daily, build that rapport, find out what's going on with them, you know, and then eventually, once I've gained their trust, they may ask me about my opportunity, because I don't necessarily have to dive in to what the opportunity is. Phone number basically, you know, speaks for itself. So phone number there. And I started this new category, another spreadsheet, brand new one. This one's going to be basic, and what I've noticed when you make these spreadsheets, if you make a title on the the first line here, number 1, and you go to organize these, because you can organize them by you can alphabetize them basically, and if you want to alphabetize them to make them easier to go through for whatever reason, you can't do that because it loses where the line is basically, and they're not connected anymore. You see what I'm saying? The join me before is going to be like on page 6 or 7, and it's just mixed and matched, and I guess you would still have that line somewhere. But for the purpose of this next one, I'm just going to be doing no lines. I'm going no description line on the top. So in column A, I'm going to put their name. In column B, I'm going to put their Facebook. And in column C, I'm going to put the opportunity that they're most likely to sign up to me with, based on the conversation that we had. Now, if you can keep these people organized and not forget to follow up with someone and then check this spreadsheet daily, you have a better chance that you're going to catch that person when they're ready to sign up versus someone else either getting them into the same opportunity or directing them into a different opportunity and you losing the chance to get them into what you're involved in. So I definitely encourage you to keep a sheet. If you're not going to do this online, at least keep a notepad. I always have a notepad with me in case I don't have access to my documents, and it's just easier sometimes to write things down. So if I catch someone's attention and they seem like they may possibly sign up, or they say they're going to sign up at a certain time, and I'm going to write that down, and I'm going to write down the notes next to it, and I'm going to follow up with that person on that precise time and say, hey, I'm back, let's get ready, let's get moving. And that normally works. Of course, some people are not going to be ready even when you follow up, but the constant connection that you're making with that person makes them more comfortable and makes it more of a likelihood that they're going to sign up to you in that opportunity. So I want to go over a few things on Facebook. I wanted to touch on these things for a few reasons. If you have these things in place and you're categorizing what you're working on. Like, I work on Facebook. A lot of people use YouTube or Twitter or Instagram. Whatever you're using to promote your opportunity, categorize it. You know, you got tons of followers. You can't necessarily touch every single follower throughout the day, but if you have them organized and you have, you know, what goes to who, and, you know, you can just quickly skip through the page. I can go through these, I can just keep going through these numbers until I get to the person that, you know, maybe I'll highlight them. You can color code these too as well. So if somebody sticks out, maybe I get down to, I don't know, 140 people, and I got 140 people most likely to join, but that 141st person that's going to most likely join is definitely going to join, or 99.9% going to join, but they just haven't taken that final step and taken that action yet. Well, I'm going to mark that down with, you know, maybe highlight it in red or yellow or something that indicates it to me, so then I can just scroll through here. Maybe I'm going to scroll through my first 500 people that I have listed up here and stop at them and see, oh, why is this red or why is this yellow? And then I'm going to take that person and then, you know, talk to him immediately and follow up with him, or maybe even move him up. Maybe move him all the way up to the first, you know, first position. It's really how you want to use it, but I encourage you, and if I can require you to do this. This is a very important step in making sure that you're following up with the people that you work with, because myself, I've lost sales because I haven't followed up with every single person that was interested, and that people get frustrated that you're not following up with them, and then eventually they lose connection and they're gone. They don't want to talk to you. So let's see. Now we're gonna hop over to Facebook. Basically, what I want to discuss on this particular video here is the purpose of following up and connecting with the people that are engaging with you. What happens with Facebook is they have something that's called an edge rank, and when you're, let me see how I want to put this. When you're posting on Facebook, not everybody on your Facebook friends list is going to see that post ever. You know, it's going to fall in the people that you do the most interaction with, because Facebook determines those are the people that you must want those people to see your post predominantly. So excuse me. So when I go to post something and these people are replying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to their wall and see what's going on with them, and maybe throw them a like, a comment, if it's something that I really believe in, share, you know, whatever the case may be. But if you're engaging in people, and if you're engaging with people, and you know, you're taking the action and you're being proactive rather than just reactive, you're going to get a lot more responses, likes, comments, and people are going to respond to your messages when you go to send them a message. Now, for the brand new person that just got into marketing and don't have the kind of following or friends that I have on my page, so to speak, you're going to want to let me know directly. First of all, I'm telling you now, you're going to want to let me know, because I got to put you in these groups. You can add yourself to groups. You can type in network marketing and you'll get a bunch of groups that'll pop up. You'll get, you know, find all groups named network marketing, and you can just search them by that and then just add yourself. But the problem is, a lot of the groups you have to be approved to, if not all of them. I'm not exactly sure how that works or anything like that, but these groups have tons of people, and these people are the kind of people that you want to talk to. Those friends and family that call what you're doing a pyramid scheme and tell you that, you know, stop doing what you're doing, you're just, you know, bothering me, you're crazy, or whatever else. Stop spending your time with them. You're just wasting your time on people that don't care to hear what you have to say. But for the people that are already in the right mindset, they've already had that key that turned on their brain. Yeah, I said turned on, because the people that don't understand and don't believe are closed-minded and they don't have that key switch turned on yet are going to be 10 times easier than your friends and your family. So if you go to these 2,859 people, I guarantee you 90% of these people are in network marketing, and that's why they were added to this group. So you can go to these groups, you can connect with these people. What I would suggest is, and I'm trying to speak as a person that's not friends with people that are marketers. So if you're going, I'm going to scroll down here because the way that it works is they list people that I'm already friends with. So see, I'm not friends with this guy. So I'm going to go to his page, and I don't think he doesn't have the option to follow, but he does have 256 mutual friends. So what this indicates to me is if I send him a message, he's most likely going to be able to get that message, and it's not going to go into his other inbox, which is probably not going to get read by him. So you can see just from this right here, he posts his link and really nothing else, not a whole lot of value on his page. I guess that's the kind of marketing that he is working with and kind of niche that he's in. So I'm not going to knock that or say it's wrong or anything like that. Everyone has their own style. Everyone, people like attraction marketing or traffic driven marketing, or there's tons of different marketing that you can, relationship marketing. There's a lot of different ways you can go about in this marketing arena that doesn't necessarily make you a different or worse or better person just because you choose to go that certain way. So I wouldn't, because the way that he's got his Facebook set up, you can't follow him, you can't like unless you're a friend or comment. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time trying to figure this one out. I would go to someone that those people will come to you. You don't have to dwell on those, but I would go to someone that, let me see, there's a follow button. So I'm gonna hit the follow button, and what that's do is it's gonna send a notification to that person telling them that I, Robert Taylor, just followed you, and they might follow me back. This person has 189 people following, so that they are building their following list right now. They have 260 mutual friends. Those are the first two things that I look at. Then I'm gonna go into their about, see if they got any information in the about, just to get more of a general understanding of them. They are friends with people that I daily talk to, so that's a good sign. You can kind of get a gist of what they're into as well, so you can mention things like that when you're in the conversation with them later on. You can see the groups. She has the groups, so add yourself to these groups. Even if you're not friends with her, you can still benefit from the groups that she has listed. So I'm going to go back to her page, and she does have the like, but you can't comment on her post, so she has her things set up that way. Maybe send her a like. That looks like a good one that relates to marketing, so I'm going to throw it a like, and maybe she'll see that and send me a friend request. What you want to do is be brief if you're going to send a message. I'm going to go ahead and send her a message. Seen we shared a bunch of mutuals. And I would like to connect with you here on Facebook. You can go the step further and say, hey, Nadia, we shared a bunch of mutuals that I personally respect, and I would like to connect with you on Facebook. What do you think about that? You can customize them. Don't make them copy and paste the same thing, because people talk to people, and it's it's better to customize them to the specific person. And not everyone's going to share mutual friends, so you can't copy and paste that and use it for everyone. But feel free to use that if you'd like. I sent a message. I know she's going to get it because I have mutual friends with her, she's in my network. I sent her a like, I followed her, so there's a good possibility that she's going to respond to what I had to say. It's even better if you can comment on people's walls and follow them before you send them a message, because they're likely to, if they're in the same kind of marketing, like and comment back on your wall, and then you can get into conversations just on a post, and then eventually, maybe send them a message, or they'll send you a message, and then next thing you know, you're adding each other. So this is a great way to build your list of like-minded people, because the more like-minded people you have, the more, when you go in your news feed, when you're bored, you're just scrolling through your news feed, you're going to see things that are triggering in your mind why you're doing this. And all of this motivation and all of this, same direction that you're in, they're in as well. So it's going to reassure you that what you're doing is the right thing to be doing. If you have a list full of people that hate their job, or people that are just complaining, or people that are talking about, pyramid schemes and everything else, and are just conspiracy theorists, you're really not going to get the right mentality, and you're more likely going to say, you know what, I'm just going to follow the crowd and say enough is enough and give this up. But if you can find the right people and you can get them to add you or add them, if you're adding people, keep in mind you don't want to add more than, maybe 8 or 10 people at a time, which there is let me see if I can figure this out. There is a way you can monitor how you're adding people. So let me see. What you're going to do is, I think you go to the activity log, and it'll highlight what you're looking for. I don't think I have any pending friend requests. See if I can remember this. Let me just test one. Because you're going to want to keep track of the friend requests that you send, and if they don't accept within 24 hours, you're going to want to cancel those. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to get in the situation where Facebook puts you in Facebook jail, and you don't want that to happen. So, friend request. I'll get back to you on that, on exactly how to. I'm going to cancel that request because I don't like sending out friend requests personally. But as long as you keep it around 10 a day and you cancel the ones that don't accept prove you within 24 hours, you should be good. I'm going to look that up, exactly how to fix that, so you avoid going to Facebook jail, basically. But this is the general overview for the brand new marketer on how to, connect with people. And once you got the list, like on my particular Facebook, I have a list of 2,288 friends. You can take those friends, and as you're growing them, which is a lot easier than having to do it now the way that I'm doing it, you can categorize them and conversate with them, and keep notes on conversations that you have, so you can go back to them. And say if you put a Facebook link in this Google document, it turns into a link. So let's see, there you go, link. You just click on the link here, it'll open it up. You can open up multiple pages at the same time and, you know, see what's going on with that particular person. So that's a great thing about using this. When you're going through your friends list, if you already have a good list of people that are interested in, you know, network marketing, you can just scroll through. You never want to click on the person's name because it's going to take you off this page, and then you're going to have to go back to the page and find where you left off at. It doesn't bring you right back to where you left off at. So instead, if you hit control while you're clicking the name, it'll open up in the back, and then you can go to it, and then you're still where you left off. Also, if you're friends with them and you already know what's going on with them, you just hover over them, click the message box, it'll open up on the same page, and you can continue scrolling. And what I like to do is categorize them by, you know, different things like you've seen on that first Facebook list, what they're involved in, where we left off in a conversation, important notes to remember, those kind of things. Keep them in order so you can go back to them and you can feel like, you know, you remember what's going on. Even if you're 700 people in the past week, you still remember what's going on with that particular person, because sometimes it's hard to remember things, you know. Something might trigger your memory on what they're involved in, but you could be wrong. You could be confusing them with someone else, and there's nothing more embarrassing than, you know, saying that, oh, how's, you know, dropship domination going when they've never been in it before. Then, you know, you gotta say, oh, I got the wrong person, and they don't feel as important as they normally would have when you're doing that. So I'm gonna be going through this list, I'm gonna be organizing these people. I gotta get onto this now. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box. This is gonna be on YouTube, and can't upload it to Facebook because of how long it's going to be, but I will share it on Facebook so you can get a gist of how to go about doing this. There will be a new video on Wednesday as well for anyone that's in the team, anyone that's, you know, made the purchase of the $35 will get the access to exclusive training. So this is just a general overview. This is free. You don't have to pay for this one. So I hope you guys have an excellent day, and I hope you gain something from this video. If nothing more, have a great one.